What is up, guys? It is Hack. And we just graduated college on Thursday. It's an absolutely crazy feeling. It's 8 p.m. We're caffeinated. I've never had any type of energy, caffeine, this late. But the creative juices are flowing. So let's jump into it. I graduated college this Thursday. 4 years down, done. Amazing feeling to be done. And yeah, this video, obviously, as you can see, is going to be about how important it is to build momentum and shape your reality for your future in college, not after college. So I want to start off with a story that literally happened Tuesday night. So 4 days ago, graduated on Thursday. This happened Tuesday night about college. I had one of my boys at college, really good kid. Shout out Seth, really good kid. He was we were just chatting up, just talking about things, and he said to me one thing that really stuck with me. I appreciate everybody that has anything to say, good or bad, about my business, what I've done with my time in college, about what I'm building. I appreciate all of it. The love and hate, there's not much hate, obviously, but all the love, I appreciate you guys. I try to be as positive as possible, real as possible, transparent as possible, and just keep it pushing. But yeah, Seth, I was just talking to Seth, having some really good conversations, and he said to me, like, bro, I'm going to be honest, like, you inspired me in college to take action and set myself up. I am set up so much better now for my career that I want to go into because I started in college and didn't wait for college to end. And in this generation, if you start in college and like really start, and I'm not saying just start looking for, jobs when you're a junior or a senior. I'm saying build something while you were in college. Document it. Document the process of being a college student and building while you're a college student, like my boy Mo does. Shout out Mo Invest. Do things you have to build in college. And I say that unless you're really going to a challenging school where you have to study, 8-10 hours a week and you have no time to document anything somehow, which I think is impossible because there's always excess time in a day that can be filled. The 4 or 5 hours that we spend on our phone a day, you can take out maybe 30 minutes of scrolling and, put that and, document editing, filming, whatever it is. Like, you can obviously substitute that time, but I'm saying, like, if you have absolutely no time in your day, then listen, maybe, content or something or building something really isn't for you at the moment. But for me, I went to a pretty small school where it's not the most challenging. I graduated like a 3.2 GPA with extremely minimal effort, and I mean extremely. Of course, there were times where I had to lock in. I had to study 4 or 5 hours a day, every once in a while, maybe once a month, maybe once every month, but every other month. But pretty consistently, it was just a light to medium workload where I could focus on building something. I could take on one-on-one students. I could start businesses. I could continue to scale my trading and still have fun, hang out with my friends, play spike ball, play basketball, do all the fun things, go out once in a while. I managed it because I have a bigger future and I have bigger plans, but I also feel in my heart that I have a bigger purpose. God has shown me that I have a bigger purpose for my time, in university, in college. And this is just such an important lesson that I think so many people overlook. So my journey is, I started the business with one of my boys freshman year. Sophomore year, continued to scale it as I was continuing to scale my trading career. So basically 3.5, 4 years in the markets now. The last 2 years really have just been completely locked in. And imagine if I waited to start the skill of trading until after college, what it would have looked like. All right, now I'm 22. I want to start trading, but I'm going to have to go work somewhere and build the income to actually start trading. So then I'm not really going to start trading how I want to. Imagine what all that looks like. Or you can trade while you're in college. Again, obviously you have expenses, and stuff like that. But I can be a college student. I can get aid for college and stuff like that, not coming from a wealthy family, get aid for it, this and that. But still trade, use the money that I have to make more money with trading and then continue to scale that higher and higher and higher and set myself up with a bounce pad when I get out of college where I can still explore careers, but be making money with trading, and then, and funnel that into other things and have multiple streams of income. Now, at 22, graduating college, I can say that I have different things that are streaming me income. I have income from trading. I am consistently trading. I am helping other people become consistent with trading. You know what I'm saying? Imagine if I just sat on my ass, the whole time I was in college and just messed around the whole time. And that, people know, college students, what that looks like, messing around, what that looks like in different ways. I'm not saying you can't have fun, because there are plenty of people at the school that I know that work very hard and are building something very cool themselves. and they still have fun. So that's not at all what I'm saying, but there's different ways to go about it. There's one person that's maybe putting in 8 hours a week to what they're building. There's maybe one person that's putting in 30 hours a week into what they're building, maybe 60 hours a week. And there's some people that are, that have no plan, and they're going to figure it out eventually, which is completely fine. Everybody's life is laid out differently, but I want you guys to understand for how my life is, how my life was when I started college, how my life is now when I'm ending college. I am on a specific path, personally, individually, where I knew that I had to build throughout college, or at least get the ball rolling, right? Build the momentum. Like I said at the beginning of the video, get momentum building throughout college. It is so important. So let's dive into how to do this the most effectively. Number one is going to be budgeting your time. You have to budget your time. If you do not have a calendar, if you're not laying out at least 4 to 5, minor to major daily tasks that you are taking on every day, I don't know how you're going to do it. Google Calendar, physical calendar. I do both. However you want to go about it, you have to be laying out your tasks. You have to be organized. Because if you're not organized, you're either falling behind on assignments. When you have to catch up on assignments, you're falling behind on your content and your workload and building your business and putting the time into your business. You have to be organized, or those things are not going to be able to correlate the way you want them to be. I'm an extremely organized person. Leading into that organization, or adding to that organization, number two is going to be your finances. What are you budgeting towards your business? What are you budgeting towards fun? How are you splitting up your money? What are you investing? What are you not investing? These things have to be figured out. If you're really going to build a business, every single step needs to be treated like a business. You don't know how to treat it like a business? Guys, it's 2026. Ask AI. Chad, I want to start a business. How can I better structure my finances? Claude, this and that. How do I want to start this? Can you make me this? Can you make me that? Use the resources around you. That's kind of number three. Use the resources around you that exist in the world to make your building time during college easier. Use your resources. You guys have any questions about anything, social media, trading, managing things through college, my DMs are always open. The comment sections are always open. I'm always here to help. These main three concepts are so important. Number four, of course, I'm going to throw this in here. It's number one, but it's number four right now, just kind of because I already have introduced three. So these are really no particular order, but having that crew, having that crew that understands you. For me, it's my girlfriend, of course, the Lord Jesus Christ, the Lord, my girlfriend, some good friends that understand when you're not going out as to why you're not going out. When you need time to yourself, they understand why you need that time, or why you might need a little quiet at this time, in this time, and it's a little sporadic, but this is when you're recording, this is what works for you today. Those people that understand what you are trying to build, respect what you're trying to build, surrounding yourself with like-minded people, whether they're building something or not, people that understand, people that want to understand, people that want to ask you questions, like people that are actually interested in you. Those are the people that you want to be around, and you want to be interested in them just like that. You want to read a great book, understand more about people, How to Win Friends and Influence People. Amazing book. I highly suggest diving into it. So if you guys have any thoughts on this video so far, drop them in the comments. I'm curious to see what you guys are thinking. I'm not a Red Bull guy, but this is like perfect. This is 115 milligrams, 114 milligrams, sugar-free, and I know I'm not going to be absolutely wired, but I'm going to get work done. So just interesting. I thought the can was sick too. I'm not a Red Bull guy at all. I've had a vodka Red Bull once, and that's my take with Red Bull. But yeah, guys, this is really how I've grown through college, and the last one, it was those main four, but the fifth one I'll talk about is just kind of about my journey throughout college. Like I said, so I started that business very early on. I was commuting my freshman year. I was trying to balance that. I was budgeting time. There were nights where a homework assignment that was due on Friday, it's Wednesday. I had some other things that I wanted to work on. That homework assignment can wait, or you can, choose to get it out of the way. It's however you want to budget your time, however you want to split that up. But make sure you're organized. Make sure you know when things are due with school. Make sure if you have deadlines for yourself as to when you want to post a video, get a certain task done, be at a certain progress level, or progress level for whatever you're building. Make sure you are setting deadlines. You're holding yourself accountable both in the classroom and with your deadlines. It's okay to push stuff back and move stuff around, but don't just say, next day, next week, next month, and then what you wanted to build never happens, and then you're actually graduating college, and what you had the plan of building and talked about building, you never actually took action on. So make sure you were doing that with your time. And then sophomore year, I was an RA, which means I looked over people in a dorm. I helped them with their living. I lived on campus for free. That was just literally an opportunity that I took to live on campus, so I didn't have to waste gas and commute. Honestly, so I could be more efficient with my time. I was driving over an hour and a half a day, about 45 minutes both ways. I wanted to be more efficient with my time. I was able to, get in my dorm, trade live every morning, not have to worry about getting to school at a certain time. It worked really well, so that was pretty dope. And then junior and senior year, I lived in a house with some of the boys. That was really good for my trading, obviously having my own space. You know, the dorms, I was always unlocking someone's doors or something for somebody else. But it was still a great time. Again, all 4 years here at Monmouth University, extremely blessed. I have no regrets. I really did enjoy my time. I also hope this video was helpful to you guys as well. Kind of dived into my journey, talked about how I budgeted time, some advice that I would give to college students, you know, getting into or wanting to build a skill, wanting to build throughout college. And yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you want to see more like this, definitely let me know. Maybe a little shorter, maybe some other ones can be a little longer, but you know, really nothing else to say. I hope you guys enjoyed. Cheers. And yeah, that's all I got for you.